Aloha, Sky Control checking in, and right now we are about to do a small interview slash conversation with Reggie. He is a ESK8 racer. I've never met him in real life. I've only talked to him through Instagram, just asking him some questions, and I was just asking questions here, asking questions there. So I thought, why don't I ask him a bunch of questions on video, and that'll make it easier. So here we go. About to call him on IG and get this thing started. We're a minute early. Ooh. I go by OG or Sky Control. Just my friends call me OG. Whatever's clever. That's my initial. I'm no gangster. My name's Ollie Grayson. It's just OG. I got those initials. Why not use them? Yeah. So.
Nah, I respect it. But yeah, you can call me Reggie. You know, the Instagram is just a handle or whatnot. So you know.
Okay. Appreciate it. All right, Reggie. Quick, ask you some off the wall questions here. Okay.
Yep.
It's the apocalypse. You haven't seen food in a couple months. What's the first candy bar you going for?
First candy bar I'm going for. Oh man, I'm not even a chocolate person like that. You got me.
Question.
I'm gonna say Toblerone. Come on now.
Toblerone. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me get the best cut of French fry.
Oh, best cut of French fries. People gonna hate me for it. It's In-N-Out.
In-N-Out, which actually I'm from Ohio, so we don't even have an In-N-Out. That's my goal, is to get an In-N-Out burger at in Vegas. So what's the what kind of cut they got in French fry? In-N-Out.
It's regular. They don't do like curly fries or waffle fries and nothing like that. It's regular, but they use a different kind of potato. I don't know which one. So it's not like the McDonald's fries. So that's why people, they hear and hear about it.
Okay. What does a yellow light mean to you? Does that mean slow down, or does that mean hurry up and go through the light?
I'm hurrying up, going through the light. I'm not gonna like speed up crazy though, right? Because I've been seeing people get pulled over, but you know, if I got the distance, I'm getting through it.
Yeah.
You know?
Heard. Yeah. Okay, sunrise or sunset for riding?
Sunrise.
Okay.
You know, it's warming up, right? So I don't like being cold at all. So anywhere you got the temperature, right? I'm a San Diego baby, so it got to be the morning.
Got you. Okay, here's the toughest and last weirdest question, okay? You only have enough medicine to save one person. Do you save the 80-year-old person, or do you save the infant?
Oh, I'm saving the infant. Come on now, you gotta save the infant.
Okay, just quite. That's the last weird question I got. All
right. No,
okay.
It's smooth. Okay.
So tell me about what was the first PEV you got on?
Back in college, right? It was those bird scooters, right? So I'm gonna count that as a PEV.
What's a bird scooter? Describe it for me.
So the bird scooters are like those ride-sharing scooters that be left out on the street. They don't really have them much anymore, right? But you go, you pay in the app, and you get to ride it around, and you pay by like mile or something.
Oh, it's electric, and it's for the city.
For the city, yeah.
Okay,
yeah. I think San Diego banned them because it's just too much. People, you know, crashing on them and stuff like that. But yeah, in college, that was my first PEV.
Okay.
Just to get from class to class, you know, from my dorm to my first class was a mile. So, you know, you go to school in the summer, you show up sweaty, it's not smooth. So
that's not smooth at
all.
Yep. Okay. And then what was after that? After the scooter?
So after that, kind of just to take you through it, right? So after that, I had a Meepo Campus 2.
Okay.
So it was like, you know, it was shaped like a mini surfboard, right? It had kind of like the surf feet safe grip tape, right, where it was foam on the top.
Okay.
It had just like little orange wheels, right, urethane wheels, and one hub motor.
Okay.
Yep, one hub motor. Every time you hit a crack on the sidewalk, it cut out on you.
Damn. How much was it?
Yep. I probably paid $300. You know, I went bankrupt in school, and you know,
I know
making no money. So yeah, but you know, it was a little investment, right? Because you know, you paying like, I don't know, $13 to go messing around with your friends on a bird scooter. All right, let me get a little electric board. I couldn't afford to boost it or nothing. I wanted something small.
Okay. Yeah. And then what made you get into racing from the Meepo?
So from the Meepo campus, right, I got the Meepo V3.
Okay.
That thing was fast. It kind of looked like the boosted board, and I'm watching a lot of Casey Neistat. I believe that's how you say it, right?
Yeah, Neistat.
Yeah, so that's more of the hobby side of the thing. So I got the Meepo V3, went to Bell Motor. That's when I got into the direct drive. So I'm over 35 miles per hour now, bombing hills, going crazy.
Yeah.
And then I started getting into all the forums, the ESK8 news and all that stuff for like a whole summer. Learned how to, kind of build up my own board, except battery. I had Artem, shout out to Artem from ESK8. Built my first battery, and I built the rest, right? So I got my hands on a Hummy deck, right? And these flip ski trucks, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm moving around now. I can sustain 30, right? 12S4P at the time was gold.
Yeah.
So, pretty much I started running into people around my town, right? They on skateboards, and they letting me know, like, hey, we do group rides, this and that, right? I didn't know there was more crazy people than just me, right? I just use it as a vehicle.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, cool. You got Intro to Speed. What's it take to charter a chapter or start something down here? So they're massively supportive in that, right? We found a spot in Carlsbad, which is north of where I am.
I know what Intro to Speed is. Intro to Speed is
started by Mario Chacon. Essentially, it's kind of that blend between the hobby and sport, right? So people of all skill levels, just kind of experience, whether you've never stepped on a skateboard and you want to try one in an enclosed, safe space, right? You're not on the street about to tear yourself up, hitting bumps. All the way up to the folks who, ride their boards as crazy as possible around cones. So Intro to Speed is that nice blend of hobby and sport, and it's a good place to build a community, right? So you get the new people, the experienced people, and it's just it's kind of like a group ride, but in one central locale, right? It's real
about skills, focused on skills.
Yeah, focus on skills, but also, right, you building community. You go there and just chop it up, just shop talk, or you meet new people, right? Because that was the first time I've seen all of these other kind of boards, right? I watch YouTube all the time, but you actually get to go and test them. You get to try a scooter, right? I'm not much of a one-wheel person. You get to go try that and, bust yourself up, right? So, Intro to Speed is kind of this hub for building community, and since it's real local to you.
And you started it in San Diego, or you just joined one in San Diego?
So pretty much started it with the help of a guy named Kyle. I asked for Mario's blessing, him, Brandon, Fess, and a whole bunch of folks who already were into it, right? They were doing Berry Hill and other races at the time. And he came down, right? And he was helping us, hey, this is how you set up a cone. This color goes on the outside. This is what the apex is, teaching us lines, right? So, that was pretty much the inception for Intro to Speed San Diego.
So then, how was it? So we're going to fast forward at least a couple years. So when you got fast and whatnot, tell me how it was when your mentor became a rival when you were in Asphalt Kings, which is a program that was on YouTube.
So bro is crazy, right? He's the GOAT. Pretty much how it happened, right, is I got my V5 and it was like December of 2023, right?
V5 is a Stooge race board, it's a very fast race board.
My Stooge race board. I've got my Stooge race board V5 number 16. Didn't know what I was doing. I was busting myself up, and I just kept riding, right? I would go and try to find any lot I could, throw down some cones, brought like 100 of them from Amazon, and just kept practicing, kept falling, kept practicing, kept falling, and then like-minded people around me, they start practicing with me. We start setting up events. So to fast forward this, it's crazy, right? I'm a big competitive guy, right? I'm all into sports and stuff like that. So And I might be, once I start something, I just got to keep doing it, and
Same.
I'm not okay with just being all right. I'm
Same.
not saying I'm the best or nothing, but just I'll keep doing it. I'll just
Mm-hmm.
keep going until I'm all right. And I have high expectations for myself, right? I'm never satisfied. So even now, I'm not satisfied with anything. So, I just kept going out. I can't sleep at night because I'm like, oh man,
Yeah.
I'm hitting cones to turn and, spending more time setting up the track again. I got to get better. So that's pretty much how that happened. And,
Did they
moving
reach out
into
to
the
you?
electrified race series.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Did they reach out to you guys and was like, yo, we have this we want to put together this racing league and we've heard about you guys. You guys want to join it? Is that what it was like? Something similar or?
No, no. So I mean, maybe they probably reached out to Mario. He does a lot of work with collaborating with events and stuff
Mm.
like that. It's pretty much the poster child, right? But you had ESK8. At
Okay.
that point, it was its second iteration, right? So
Oh, okay.
racing had just now become a thing, and Electrify Expo is its own thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's an expo for anything electric, from cars to cool new tech, all the big boys who can spend some money getting their
Yeah.
Cybertruck down where they want. So
That's what's up.
pretty much they just, they popped up on Instagram and they're like, hey, we got this new exciting race league. There's incentives, there's prizes. We're gonna contract with DRT Racing, who does a lot of motocross and other motorsports, right? And,
Mm.
and really kind of set the tone for the level of racing and the level of competition that needs to happen, right? So I think it started with Eastgate Con, and then folks with some deep pockets, they're like, oh, we might be able to capitalize on this. This is
Yeah.
cool.
That was cool. That the production of Asphalt Kings was just immaculate. I thought that was really, really cool. I thought that was cool. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. It was cool. It was crazy too, right? Because you out here just trying to ride a skateboard as fast as you can in a circle, and just to dumb it down, and um, you got cameras in your face. You out here
Drones
sweating.
following you.
Drones following you, people
Yeah.
on the intercom, people running back and forth checking times, you
Yeah,
trying to
man.
figure out where you're gonna charge forward. So yeah, it was really the first big step up
Mm.
from kind of that hobby level to a sport, right?
Yeah. That was cool.
You interfacing with people, yeah.
I liked it. And what's the most important thing you think someone needs to know for racing if they're just getting started? Like, what's something that a racer should really focus on if they're trying to go from just a commuter to racing?
One of the most important things, just and I kind of skip these crucial points, right? One, you got to know what kind of vehicle works for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So not everybody rides a Stooge, right?
Right.
I use RC parts, right? So you
Mm-hmm.
got vests, you got off the shelf parts like Ling Yi and other hobby wing parts. So it's like, okay, what kind of vehicle do you want, right? And then what kind of gear is needed, right? Because I started off wearing shorts, Crocs, and so you need to get up with a helmet, right? You need to spend that upfront cost. Make sure you're not did. Make sure those elbows, right? Because I'm all scarred up, right? Doing it backwards.
Gear is
I got
important.
the fastest board at the time, and then I ain't have nothing on. So I say
Yeah.
the most important part is kind of mapping out your path, right?
Okay.
What kind of vehicle do you want? What kind of gear do you want? Drive anything from drivetrain. You don't gotta, complicate it. But we have so much technology now, right? Where
Mm-hmm.
you can hop on your phone, get on YouTube, and you can really get a good sense of what's out there, and how far you would like to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whether you want to jump in the deep end, or you want to build something yourself, or just build up from like an off the shelf board, right? So I would
Okay.
say figure out before you start blowing money,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're like, oh, there's something new and shiny, right? Figure out what you want to do,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you like uphill racing, downhill racing, if you like long track, right? You got to figure out what kind of board you need, right? What
Okay.
kind of gear you going.
So,
And then,
a track board is completely different from a downhill board or uphill
yeah,
board.
yeah. I mean,
Okay.
so it could be one and the same, right? But downhill, you know, they got their own sport. It's tried, true, and vetted, right? You don't need no motors for that,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah. Oh
Plus,
yeah.
that's crazy, right? Yeah,
Right.
you don't need to do that.
I've seen
But
that.
uphill and let's say track boards are the same, right? Because if you're doing uphill racing, it's still racing.
Right.
But that's when you start getting into the different formats: long track, short track, mediums, you know, stuff like that. So you got to figure out what's in your area, because not everybody's blessed with good parking lots, good asphalt. Not everybody's blessed with good weather, right? Yep,
Right.
you in
But
Hawaii.
we got the
I know
weather,
everything.
we got the
Yeah,
weather,
you
but we
got the
don't
weather,
got
but
the
everything
space.
private out there.
Yeah, we don't got the
Yeah,
space.
everything by somebody. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. So whatever works for your locale, right, and whatever community you got, that's integral, right?
Yeah. So then after you get the hardware, what kind of software should you be working on? Like for my biggest thing was learning how to toe side turn. It took a couple days to learn how to do that. But what kind of skills should a racer be worried about? Like stopping, starting, turning, or I mean, of course, all of it. But what's something that gave you a loop on, or gave you some trouble?
I say something that gave me some trouble, right? And you know, I was riding skateboards for a while, electric skateboards. I never learned how to push nothing, right? I push Mongo or backwards, right? So I was good with the turning, but it's the level of power, because you can go from, you know, having a board that goes like 20 miles per hour, but it takes a while to get there. You can go to miles per hour in about a second and a half, right? So it's about controlling the power, right? That hand-eye coordination and just that situational awareness.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I would say gave me the biggest loop, caused the biggest amount of stress and crashes, right? Just being able to handle power, being able to apply it to the wheels and you know, get around the track as fast as possible. Turning, you know, I think, you know, skateboards are pretty easy to turn. But at speed, it's a combination of the power,
Right.
The turning. Then that's when you get into all the bushing setups and all that. So yeah, it's the power.
Okay. And then, are you planning on attending ESK8?
Yep. I'll be there in 2 weeks. Yep.
Yes, sir. And then, what kind of do you have any goals for yourself there? You said you're competitive. What's your goal for ESK8?
You know, I'm competitive and bureaucratic at the same time, right? I don't like to, you know, put too much out there. I'm just gonna go out there, do the best I can, have some fun, race my own race, right? And, you know, worry about myself. So I'm gonna do the best I can, and, you know, of course, the goal is always to try to get to the top step or get on the podium, right? But yeah, I'm gonna go out there, and my only goal is to make myself proud, make sure I can sleep that night.
Good.
Yep.
I think the word you were looking for was diplomatic. Diplomatic.
Yeah, diplomatic, or, you know, maybe saying I'm a bureaucrat, right? But yeah, diplomatic.
I'm trying to get the tea.
I know,
spilled, bro.
I know.
I'm trying to get it spilled.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah, I know.
I feel you. So, besides racing, of course, what are you trying to do at ESK8? What are you trying to accomplish besides winning? Or what are you looking forward to do at ESK8 besides racing?
I'm looking forward to networking, right? So last time I was there, 2023, first race ever, right? And you know, I'm just real locked in. When I get in the mode, I can't really talk to nobody. All the new shiny toys and demos don't really mean anything to me because I got too much going on upstairs, right? So this time, just slowing it down, you know, act like I've been there before. And, you know, I'm excited about the innovations, right?
Yeah.
You got a whole bunch of cool stuff coming out from and just the cool thing about the sport is, you know, I know folks from Perth, Australia to Denmark to, you know, Seattle to New York, right? And just meeting up and, you know, having that you know, kind of the community aspect of it, right? Just slowing it down and just chopping it up with folks. I'm so excited to see a whole bunch of people and try out some cool stuff, see some shiny toys. Yep.
That's what's up. And then one more question before I get you out of here is that when you are racing, do you have any concerns? You had a nice little crash where I don't know if you had a concussion or not, but you had a nice little crash. Are you worried about any injuries, or your mind is just strictly on the finish line? Where's your head at as a racer? Does your mind slip into health, or are you all on the race?
Nah, I mean, I've always been a reckless dude, right? I popped ligaments as a kid, here, there, and everywhere. Tore my ACL, right? I don't fear getting hurt.
Yeah.
You can ask all my folks,
Yeah.
you know, in San Diego. Probably every intro I fall, I'll loop it, right? So, I've crashed at 50 multiple times, you know, AVS and, you know, all this different stuff, right? And, you know, I get back up, right? Okay, I got to get better. I did something wrong, you know what I mean? So, that was my first concussion in life ever, right?
Concussion. Okay.
Really hit my head. Yeah, I did get a concussion. Folks said I was out for like 15 seconds, which I've never experienced before. They said I was still full pin in the throttle, right? So I'm still in the track. So no matter.
Yeah.
Come on now. So no matter what, right? You know, that is my happy place, right? So my mind goes blank. You know, I got one goal, and it's to do what I'm doing currently at that moment, right? It's all instinct. So I feel like once you start thinking about it, right, you start making mistakes, you start questioning yourself, you start getting scared about speed. It's wraps for you. You know what I mean? I'm a big motorsport fan. I go to sleep watching 12 hours of Sebring and Daytona, you know, and all this different stuff. MotoGP, F1, you know, all that. So it can't be no fear, right? And if you fall, then, you know, you get back up. That's all life is about.
Heard.
You know, crazy people riding skateboards. What am I scared of? Why am I doing it?
Good.
Yep.
Love it. Love it. Man, I appreciate your time so much. Thank you for this. Hopefully, I plan on making this, putting our conversation with some stuff we talked about in the video. So make this a little bit, I'm gonna make it cool, make it production worthy.
Hey, I know you will. Appreciate the time, OG, and thanks for reaching out and, you know, wanting to talk to me. This has been real cool.
Yeah, appreciate it. I'll see you in Vegas. I'm gonna be at the Golden Gate on Tuesday. That week.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna see you in Vegas. I don't got that much PTO, so I'll be there on Thursday. But yep, looking forward to meeting you in person.
Yeah, much love, man. Much love.
Yes, sir.
Peace. Aloha, yeah, man. Y'all throwing shots out there in San Diego?
Yeah, come on now. It's the surf city. We got you.
Okay.
Sharing the love everywhere. Let's go.
That's what's up.
Yes, sir. You enjoy yourself.
You too, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Shoots. Yes, that was Reggie, aka Electriv on IG. Cool cat. Yes, sir.